Wait, was that all one day?
That was one day. It's gone for like 8 minutes.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Wow.
Whew. Okay.
20 years time we're going to look at this and kill ourselves.
Yep. In about 20 minutes I'm going to look at this and kill myself.
Cool. I should do that.
Okay, so day 3?
Yeah. Oh, wait. So we're not like stopping the video and starting again? We're just going on and you're
No,
physically cutting it?
we'll let Andy cut it.
Oh, okay.
Yep, day 3.
Okay, that's right.
Day 3. Got up late is my first note. Got up late on day 3. That was yesterday. We went to Staten Island on the ferry. It was the whole crew, I think, plus Aaron.
Minus me.
You were there.
No, I was not.
What the hell were you not there?
I did not see you there all day until that evening.
How is that possible? What were you doing? You talk.
I walked off myself. I got up at about 5 in the morning and everyone else was sleeping. And I'm like, this is kind of gay. So I went and had a shower. And I walked back in my room. As I looked down on my bed, I woke up 4 hours later at 11. And I'm like, hey, what the hell's going on? I'm like all dressed up, had shoes on and everything. And so I kind of like got up and everyone else was still asleep. It was still like extremely dark inside the room. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to go try and get some shorts from the shop and stuff. So I left by myself, took a pair of keys, and walked out, went down to the shops, checked out some stuff. There was a bartender mixing competition going on. That was pretty cool. Oh yeah, and so I get a phone call while I went to Borders. Actually, I got a map because I didn't have a map, and I walked around with my map and I found Borders, the bookstore. I went in there, got a little St. Petersburg travel guide book lined up, and they tried to charge me for the map that I bought again. And I was like, yeah, nah, fuck this shit. You are not charging me for the map again. I've already paid for it. And she was like, you can't do that, sir. You have to have a receipt. I'm like, yeah, well, I don't. You're not going to charge me with the book again because I paid for it in, like, the pharmacy.
Andy, do you want to talk about this day?
And
Can you, like a minute?
One
Come on,
minute,
man.
1 minute, man. Hey, Black, come back here, eh?
Come on,
Gotta have
come on, Andy.
Gotta have a corroboree around the bonfire. How about
So you talk about the ferry and whatnot. I've got the notes right here for you.
Yeah, you got the ferry.
Where do I start from? Raider Duck?
Staten Island ferry.
And so it's a free ferry. Basically takes you to Staten Island, which is pretty useless, but along the way you get to see the Statue of Liberty. So we got a few photos of that in downtown New York, looking back as the boat takes off. And then we got addicted to this game called Liar's Poker. It involves a $1 bill and the serial number on it, and sort of a game of bluffing, and yeah, it's kind of like poker, kind of like cheat. It was fun. So we played that the whole way back as well.
Well, I missed the first ferry back. The dudes, we stopped at the end and the guys got straight back. I was on a different floor to them, and Aaron was showing me around the lookouts and a bit of Staten Island. Anyway, so we figured out the boats were only 20 minutes away from each other and missed the first one back. Anyway, so we got on the next one back, went back to Wall Street, looked at the bull, and that was, yeah, it was a bull. Went to Ground Zero. That's a pretty entertaining construction site. Got a pizza. That was alright. Then we went to this place called Dumbo, which is, I think it stands for directly under
Manhattan,
Brooklyn
Overpass.
Overpass. Yeah, go on, Johnny. Yeah, so there's a nice little grass area which we were just kind of rocking out on and skipping stones and stuff. Anyway, so I chucked the keys to the house down, my shoes and my phone and all the rest of the stuff I had. It got to about 8:30 at night, and
Oh yeah. Sorry.
and so this is like way out in Brooklyn. So yeah, me and Aaron come all the way back from Dumbo. I realised I've lost the keys, so we have to get a taxi all the way back there. which takes like half an hour, and then back again. So we lost like an hour in travel time. And she went home. I went out again because I couldn't find the guys. The phone wouldn't work.
Shh. We've already had to make an extra take.
So I was at home by myself, and all the guys had gone out. So I'm looking for Mike's number or whatever to ring him. Their house phone wouldn't work, and I didn't have any quarters to put in the payphone. So I'm walking along the street asking people, "Can I swap you for some quarters?" But everyone just thought I was begging, and no one would talk to me.
Mainly because of your hair.
Yeah, maybe because of that. He went to so I just gave up on that. Actually, a guy offered me his mobile, which was nice of him. Tried it, couldn't get it work, and then he said, "Come and have a drink with us," so I did that. Talked to some Pommy guy and a bunch of Americans. They were all cool.
Hey, black, spare $1 for the phone. I gotta call my cousin, he gotta come pick me up.
Yeah. And I was talking to a girl in there that had just been to Vietnam, and she was telling me some really cool stuff about it.
She in the war?
No. Which that's going to be handy because I'm going there in 2 weeks or something. So yeah, it was good to talk to her. Then I came home at, I don't know, 1 AM or something, and everyone was home. And just had a yarn to the dudes. And what did you do in that time, Johnny?
A dinner appointment to get to with one of Mikey's students for whatever.
I don't need to get any.
And so we took the subway. We took 3 subways, which we fucked up completely, out to Brooklyn. We ended up in the middle of the sticks under like some bridge, just waiting to get shot. And so we walked up. We went the wrong way. We finally found the restaurant. We went in, met Michael's student, who has apparently read my blog, and asked if he was a fan or a critic, and he said fan. And so I fist pumped the shit out of that all night. And so I took that as a reason to drink. I didn't need one, but I took it anyway. So the world was spinning, and we said goodbye to Michael's friend. We went up the stairs to the station, and we thought, hey, you know what would be a really good idea? Because we're like super geniuses. You know, I reckon 2 people could fit through those turnstiles with 1 ticket. And we're like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. So we get on the other side, and 2 very disappointed looking police officers approached us and said, come on, up against the wall, guys. At which point, Zach's bumhole did this. It was like, he was cutting cookies with that thing. And,
Why though?
why?
Yes.
Because the popo in Brooklyn,
No,
they're gonna lay the beat down on him.
underage. He was off his face.
Okay, he was a little drunk while being less than 21, which was funny.
But
And so
his wallet doesn't say he's less than 21. If you get me.
he may or may not have had some fraudulent data that was not presented to any local police authorities. We were standing up against the wall. We all gave them our identification, and they were fine about it all. We were just kind of going, "Hey, we're dumbasses. Look at us," kind of giggling a little bit. Then in the end, Dave stepped forward and started asking stupid questions, and they were just having a good time as well. They were just kind of glad that, you know, we were exchanging words instead of bullets, which they were used to in those areas. So we just kept talking to them for a little while. We got a couple of photos with them, a really good one for Facebook of us holding up our citations. And then we went home and celebrated our newfound criminal lives with more alcohol. And then more alcohol.
The fishiest thing was we actually had like the tickets to get through the gates.
We had well over
The sufficient funds.
like the $12 worth of Metro cards we would have taken.
So it is like $2 each to get through the
Yeah,
$2.
so that was like cost us about $700, so that was fun.
Instead of about $8 more. So that was not good.